What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can read from the title above, below, or wherever you're reading it, today is going to be a story time nonetheless. In today's story time, I'm going to be going over something very traumatic that happened to me now. I be having flashbacks of this, you know, holding my cat back for this. The thing that I never wanted to happen to me happened to me, and it was the funniest thing. I decided to tell you guys this story today just to, you know, give you guys a little laugh, make sure you guys have a good day today. I know you guys like my story times, and this one happened in the past. I'm going to be telling you guys a story time on the time that he snatched my wig off during Bop Bop. Now if you guys don't know what Bop Bop means, it obviously means, you know, give me that sloppy toppy Roger copy, I be running shit, you know, put in the work like ASAP Ferg, you know, get in there, eat that glue, and you do what you do. If this is your first time seeing me, hello, I'm Jazlynn Westbrook. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you want to get a feel of me and see if you guys like me, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications when you do, because I do post notification shout outs at the end of every video. My social medias will be popping up around the screen as you guys can see throughout the video. I do post a lot of fun stuff, so you guys want to see what I'm doing when I'm not on here, make sure to just check out my Instagram and Twitter. But I think that's all I have to say. Let's get into the story time. Now I'm gonna take y'all back, man, to something real nice. This is dated back in the day. Now this is way before I had my chi-chis done, so your girl was a little pre-teeny bop, but I was transitioned at the time, I should say. I was going by Jazz. Like I said in my previous story time, like when I lost my virginity, basically I would only give, you know, bop bop. I basically wouldn't go any further than, you know, giving the sloppy toppy Roger copy, you know? I just wasn't into it. I was like, oh, I'm too scared, you know? You guys know the drill. If you guys want to know about me losing my virginity, click the link down below. I was talking to this guy and we had, I hate spilling the tea on here. Basically, me and him had a little thing going on. It wasn't like no relationship type thing. It was like whenever he seen me, like he knew it was the deal. Like we had a little, you know, thing going on. It's kind of like a friends with benefits. I'm not friends with him anymore. I just stopped talking to him. I be ghosting people. I'm gonna end up on Ghosted, like on MTV or something. It was very much like, okay, this is what we're gonna be doing. We're friends on the side. Like it wasn't like we were trying to make things a thing. We would just fool around whenever we wanted to and whenever we linked up. So that was that on him. Now a little backstory on me. Way back when I didn't have no boobs, none of that, I was newbie to wigs. When I first started transitioning, I jumped right into wigs. I never wore my natural hair anyways, but I never really glued on my wigs ever up until like this year. I never really glued my wigs back in the day, and sheesh, I should have, because I could have avoided this situation. So like I said, I had no knowledge about the glue and like what it could do for me. Like I was just eating the glue, you know. So I never had no problem, you know, like giving bop bop like with a wig on, because I would simply just like put my hair back into a ponytail like with the wig on, but like I would make sure it's a low ponytail and make sure, you know, it's snug still. I had the clips in, you know, 3 wig caps on. Like she was strapped and ready to go, so it wouldn't really come off unless like somebody like yanked on it. But I never let nobody touch my head. I'm very dominant when I'm like doing what I'm doing, so I'm like, bitch, sit back and like relax, like let me do what I want to do. Like don't fucking touch me. Like don't touch my hair unless you're finna pay for it to get done again, okay? I don't even want to suck it no more. So whenever me and him were like to do stuff, like it was never like on no, he was like on some rough stuff. It was very much like, okay, I'm gonna please you and like I'm gonna do what I want to do, because like I'm very confident in what I do, okay? It was very much like we never got into him being like super aggressive ever, like whenever we would do anything. He wasn't really dominant, so like I was basically putting in the work half of the time and not what y'all think, because I don't do that. I don't put in the work like ASAP Ferg like these other girls out here. He was never really an aggressive guy, so he never really like, oh, like push my head down, none of that stuff. Before we get into the juicy part, I just need to take a couple hits because girl, it's about to get crazy, because this time that we met up, it was different. So if y'all smoking 420, you know, make sure y'all doing it the right way, doing it the safe way, doing it your way. Hey. So I remember this night vividly because we were texting all day. We were basically on some friendly shit. Like I said, we were like friends with benefits, so we would talk like normal people and we would like have conversations and stuff. But when we did link up, it was something else. So we were texting throughout the day. We were just talking, you know, talking about our day, going on with it. And he was like, oh, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, nothing much, like just chilling. I don't honestly know what I was doing. I was probably, you know, chilling in my bed like I always am. He was like, oh, let's hang out, like let's go out, let's do something. And I was basically like, oh, And I was just like, okay, like I already know what he wants. He wants the work put on him. So I was just like, okay, what we gonna do? Like, what you trying to do? Because like at this time in my life, I was single. Like I said, I never like had, you know, physical, you know, stuff up in me. I was just, you know, doing my thing, whatever I wanted to do, but nothing more than bop. So I was like, okay, like, what you trying to do? Like, I didn't tell him like I was gonna give him bop because I like, you don't tell niggas. I wasn't gonna tell him. I was just like, you know, let's not tell him that. So I was just like, let's hang out. So I get ready and do all the things I need to do. I need to prep and prime, like I said in the last story time. So I'm just, you know, chilling or whatever. You know, I didn't smoke at the time because, like I said, when I was a young fetus, like, sis wasn't smoking. Like, I literally waited till I was 18 to smoke. Like, I don't know. But the night comes around and y'all, he bullies up. He came like 5-10 minutes before the time he said he was gonna come. So I was like, oh my god. I made him wait because I was like, hold on, if you're gonna pull up early, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait at the door. I'm not gonna have you come up in my house and be like watching me get ready. Like, it's just not a fun time. Finally go out and get into the car and we're just chopping it up like we normally do. We go pick up some food, and like I said, I typically don't be eating, but when I did, you know, only like give bop. I wasn't about to not eat because I know I wasn't giving no Buddha house. So I was just like, I'm in the clear to eat. We're just munching and crunching at a restaurant, and once we were done, we were like, okay, what do you want to do now? He was all like, oh, do you want to go to the house? And I was like, sure, let's go back to your house. And I already knew. I was like, oh shit, here we go again. Get to his house and he wants to drink, but I'm not a drinker, so I was just like, no ma'am. And at the time I didn't smoke, so I was just chilling. I was like, you can do what you want. He didn't end up drinking. He was just like, oh, let's just talk. And we were just talking in his place, and then he just starts touching the thigh, and then he goes in for the kiss, and then whatever happens happens. Now your girl had a long black wig on. It went to like my butt, and it literally just had a strap on, and I believe it was one that I made, so it was not secure, it was not sturdy. I barely had like room in the back. I still had too little of hair, so there was like my nape showing. So I know that wig looked bomb, but like the back of it was no ma'am, so I couldn't put it in a ponytail how I wanted to, so I put it in a low ponytail, and it was very loose one, and I was just putting in the work like ASAP Ferg, you know. I was just like, whoa. You know, she was going stupid, going crazy. And so I guess because I was like going crazy, he decided, okay, like she's bold and she can, you know, do all this stuff, I can, you know, be rough. And decided to get rough and started to, you know, push my head down, which is like a normal thing. Like, I don't have no problem with that as long as you don't fucking ruin my fucking hair. Like, don't touch it, don't pull it, don't grab it, don't squeeze it, don't do none of that. I don't even like being touched damn near. So I was just like, oh my god, he's like really pushing it down there. He is trying to like go to town, and I'm just like, oh my god. I let him do it for a little bit because my gag reflex is, you know, on point. So I was just like, okay, let me just let him do this for a little bit, and he wasn't pulling the hair or nothing, and I was like, okay, good to go. And so that lasted for a little bit, and I don't know what possessed him in this moment, but it was when we was 10 toes down, if you know what I mean. And I don't know what possessed him, but he grabbed a lock of the hair while he was pushing down, and then when I pushed up, because you know your girl was like shook, she was like whoa, and he pushed back down, and then I tried pulling back up, and my wig was just doing some hydraulic shit, and so it was just like pulling off while like it was happening. I cannot lie to y'all. Like, I was shook, and so it was coming out gradually because like I was going slow. I felt it. I was like, oh my god, but I was still locked and loaded. Like, I was on there, so I was like, oh my god, I can't really do much. And his hand is right there, and I was just like, oh my god, I know he felt this wig come off. I know he has a grip of lace, a grip of this shit in the back. Now, I didn't have this shit glued on like I do with this one, so he had a grip full of lace in the back. So I popped that shit out of my mouth, and literally he had the shit in his hand, because once I got up, like it came off. Like, it was just off, and it was in his hands, and he was just looking at me, and I was looking at him, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was literally, I have hair. I don't know what possessed me to say I have hair, but I had to let him know because I had my fucking beehive like braid. Like, I didn't have cornrows back in the day. It just wasn't no me gusta. I was just like knock you. So I was just like, oh my god. It literally is like, I have hair, and he just was laughing. Like, he had it in his hand, and he was like, do you want to put it on? And guess what I fucking said? I said no. It was hella hot. I was sweating, and I was like, this man already done see me with this off. At this point, I just put it on the bed, and I was like, let me continue this, because he was already almost there, if you guys know what I meant. So I was just like, let me just hurry up. And then I was just like, oh my god, thinking just like, putting in the work. I was like, oh my god. I can't believe my bald ass is doing this. I look like Amber fucking Rose. Like, what? And the wig cap was snatched too, so it was just my beehive. And wow, he finished. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I literally like grabbed the wig, went to the bathroom, brushed that shit, and popped that shit back on. And I was like, oh my god. I literally laughed. I was like, I can't believe this happened. And he was like, you're fine. Like, you don't have to be embarrassed. At least you have hair. That's literally what he said. He said, at least you have hair. So fucking embarrassing. So my camera died and the sun went down, so that is why the lighting is switched up. But that is the end of this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little story time. I was talking about it on my live and you guys wanted to hear the story, so I decided to share it with you guys. Comment down below if you guys had any wig experiences during intercourse or just anything with your man, or if you get snatched in public. Let me know if that ever happened to you guys. This week's post notification shout out goes to Ayo Livy. I believe that's how you say your name. L-I-V-I, Livy. Hopefully I'm saying it right, but she's looking cute or whatever. Shout out to you, girl. You were looking mad cute. You were booed up or whatever. Thank you so much for showing support and always commenting and following me on Instagram. If you guys do want to be shouted out in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed, have post notifications on, because it is post notification shout outs. And whatever you comment, make sure you have your Instagram below, and I'll be sharing your Instagram on here. I'm going to get out of here because the bitch is hungry. I love you guys with all my heart. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you guys are. Peace, love, and dildos. Bye guys.